Hello, Trinity Force listeners. I'm sure you've heard 100 other podcasts talk about underwear. I won't name them. But I've got a better deal for you than any other that is going on out there. BuddhaBoxers.com. BUDDHA Boxers.com. Using code TrinityForce, that's all one word, all lowercase, you'll get 20% off your total order. Buddha Boxers are made from bamboo and provide more air circulation than your run-of-the-mill, or premium, underwear. They help wick away the sweat, they leave you feeling comfortable, and they make you feel amazing after a long day of gaming. Personally, I sit in an office chair all day, and then I come home, and I do the podcast, and I play in my office chair all night, and Buddha Boxers have left me feeling more comfortable than any store-bought pair of underwear that I've ever worn. Hell, I'm wearing a pair right now, and I feel fantastic. When I wear them, it's like having a million little angels hug my legs and make me feel way better and more comfortable. For under $20 a pair, with free shipping, using code TrinityForce, you'll be in the most comfortable state of nirvana that you've ever been in. So please go check out Buddha Boxers, BUDDHA Boxers.com, using code TrinityForce for 20% off your order. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah. So where we last left off, our special boys, you were tasked by Rose to recover a special item from a temple deep within the Styx, and you were given a red gem that you recovered from the Goblin Fortress in order to help you along your task.
You say we, but we know who recovered it.
Well, I think that one was a group effort, I think. Everyone played their part.
I could have asked for
Lucas.
whatever I wanted to.
Yeah. But no one knows what trials you went through because you weren't speaking common at the moment. So the party finds themselves deep within the temple in the Styx, and they have discovered that the ruby that they recovered is part of an owl statue, which can be used to reveal different rooms within this temple by changing out different gems that they found. They came in with just a red gem that they recovered from that Goblin Fortress, and now, after defeating some spiders, they have a blue gem. And that's where we open back up, with you guys with a red gem and a blue gem, and the rest of a cave to explore. Maylog, in the end of the last episode, you did have like a poison effect on you. That poison effect has subsided. You're fine now. It's just a temporary.
Well done, man.
Hey, congratulations
well done,
on life, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you guys being there with me, being there beside me as I almost died to
I'm
death.
I'm glad you didn't die to death.
So you guys are in the same room that you were in before, now with the blue gem in hand. What do you do?
Yeah, put it in the owl thing and see what light comes out. Ooh, yeah, right. Our theory last time, right, was that maybe we got red, we got blue. That's gonna make some purple.
Oh yeah.
But there's no purple anywhere.
I don't see any purple flowers. You're right.
Let's just put in the new gem and then twirl it around again.
Wait. There are blue flowers though. Let's just put the blue gem in and point it at the blue flowers.
That's
why don't
exactly
we...
what I was planning on doing.
All right,
but
you have my permission
hijack
now.
that. Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're gonna pop out the red gem.
You
and
just
put
push
in the
me
blue gem?
aside onto the floor. I'm weeping.
Yeah,
just shove him out of the way.
All right, so you do that and you point it towards the eastern side of this cave, where the blue flowers are. And sure enough, a new passageway is revealed.
Oh, I hope that it's themed. I hope that these are some fish people.
You won't know unless you go
How
in.
the fuck was the red one equated to spider people?
Because like a Black Widow has that red hourglass on him.
Oh my god. Maybe this is
It
clowns.
does have that.
You don't know if these are clowns.
The blue clowns?
All right, let's go through. I'm throwing Colgrim through first.
All right.
I'd like him to roll athletics for this.
I think you to roll
Would it
like
be athletics?
strength
I think
for
it'd be
that.
strength. You're a big boy. You're a big Boy Scout boy.
I am a big boy.
Is this anything that I have to make people roll for?
I'd like
Can
to
we just
roll an
be in
Arcana
the
check.
room?
I think
mean,
having
I
to make
will
other
gladly-
members of the party roll is totally fine. If you can say,
All right,
no,
while
no,
these
fuck
guys
you,
are while these,
roll
while
to
these
make me
guys
do
are
this
like
thing.
while these guys are Greco-Roman wrestling in the corner, Bingle walks in.
I'm Greco-Roman winning. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I'm literally just squirming away as much as I can.
So, Bingle, you walk through the entranceway revealed by the kind of growth of flowers moving aside and revealing a passageway. You move through there, and what you see is a lot different from what was revealed before. This time, what's behind the flowers is this long hallway, and at the end of the hallway, there is a pedestal with sort of this natural light shining down on it. The pedestal has a plant sitting on it. It's a plant. There are roots that kind of squirm their way around the pedestal, not quite digging in and
When you
breaking
say
stone
squirm,
or anything
when
like
you say
that.
squirm, they're moving.
No. I'm sorry. They're just kind of like wrapped around the
Spiraling
top
down.
of the pedestal.
Okay.
Yeah. But as you get closer, you begin to realize that it's not quite set into place. It's just sort of sitting on top. It's a white flower.
Hey, Maylog, why don't you go grab that thing?
No. I'm literally still getting over being poisoned.
Fair enough.
You weren't expecting that at all. You have no clue what to do.
You got me on that one. Shall we go fool around with the owl some more? Okay, I'm gonna go up and inspect it.
All right. Roll me a investigation check.
Okay, let me take a looky here. I got a couple character sheets to juggle now, so just give me a moment here. I got a 16 on investigation.
Okay, so with the 16, you do notice that the plant does not hasn't seemed to take any kind of purchase on this pedestal. It's sitting in the center of this room and is just sort of resting on top.
What do you
However,
mean it doesn't take
strangely,
any purchase? What does that mean?
it like the roots haven't dug into the pedestal.
Okay,
in any
Like
way.
floating in space?
It's just it's literally as if someone were to have picked up a plant and put it on top without like it taking root within.
I was waiting
the
for like a
structure.
rose from Beauty and the Beast, sort of.
Oh no.
$10 says that's a weighted platform.
So what you do notice is that there is a bit of a slate, if you will, that the flower is resting on that seems to be separate from the base of the pedestal.
That means it's a trap. Does anybody have a large sandbag the exact weight of this flower? I'm gonna do the old switcheroo.
What do you try to switch it with?
I asked
What
for
do
a
you
large.
have
I
on
asked
you?
for a large sandbag because it was a. You see, Mod. It was a Indiana Jones joke. An Indiana Jones.
I don't believe anyone has a sandbag, so you will have to get.
I don't think Maylog has seen Indiana Jones either.
You uneducated plebeian. Okay. What do you guys think we should do? I mean, that slate seems as though it's like a plate of like a pressure plate. That would be my guess. This seems like ripe for a trap. Should we burn it?
Burning it would be probably as bad as picking it
Okay,
up.
fair point, fair play. Then why don't you go ahead and pick it up?
Can I go over and see if I can see, check the mechanism or whatever's going on with the panel to see if I can view something in the room that's going to react once we
I always
remove
thought
this
there was
thing
like a
from its
detect
position?
traps thing in Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't see one.
I think you have to
it
be
used
like
to
a
exist.
rogue or something like that.
It also
But
used to exist, and it's not nearly as prevalent anymore.
It's more like if this was a magic based thing. There are abilities that allow you to check for that. But I don't think any of you have the ability to do that. But Colgrim,
No, we're all pretty
Colgrim,
physical.
you can roll an investigation check to investigate more on this plate.
I would love to do that.
We'll call it a plate.
I got a 10.
You definitely notice that it is separate from the rest of the pedestal, but in what relationship it has to the rest of like its parts, it's not entirely clear, and maybe you're just a little bit hesitant to actually move it.
I got an idea.
That's how you
I got an idea.
kind of feel about it.
What if we all get out of the hallway and I shoot an arrow at it to knock it off of the pedestal, thus triggering any traps that may happen without us being inside?
But if a door closes or something like that and we're stuck on the outside, how do we get
Well,
back
we
in?
just go back to Rose. We say,
Whoops.
too bad, but at least we live to fight another day. What do you think?
I feel like that's Bingle in a nutshell.
What do you think? I mean, it's either that or we do it in here and we're in it. Like, what happens if the door closes and we're inside, sir?
Well, at least we can figure out things from the inside.
Just like
then.
that, Bingle does like a twirling hurricane kick and kicks it off the pedestal.
Oh,
The moment the flower's weight comes from the
Fuck, I
pedestal,
knew it.
the floor kicks out from under you. I need everybody to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I get advantage on these.
24.
I got a 14.
Cause I get advantage cause of danger sense. That's only 12.
I just fall on my fucking face.
Okay. So Maylog, as the ground kicks out, you automatically start rolling into a somersault kind of thing, and you just sort of like flip onto the ground, and you fall about 6 feet, but you superhero land and manage to kind of catch yourself. Sorry, it's about 10 feet. Bingle and Colgrim, however, you fall flat on your
Plummet
face
straight to your death.
and take 3 damage. Not much.
Beautiful.
Yeah, see? I didn't want to say I told you so.
Okay. So you are now at the bottom of a 10-foot pit. The pedestal is still high above you, and the doorway seems to be closed.
Okay. Fair play.
So
Is
do
the
we
flower
have
down
the
here?
thingy? Yeah, do we have the flower?
Oh, the flower's down there, yeah.
Pull it apart, man. Let's pull it apart.
Okay.
See if there's a gem
No,
inside.
don't.
No, we're not.
Please don't.
It's
do
not that big. It's a fucking
I
flower.
assumed there was some dirt or something.
How big is the flower?
The flower itself?
Yeah. How
Um,
big is it?
You get the sense that just by kind of holding it in your hand, you get the sense that the weight isn't so much in the flower itself; it's in the attached root system. that's
Exactly.
there.
Let's rip that shit up. Pull out a knife and I get to work.
No, let's explore the surroundings a little bit more before we just rip apart a piece of a potential puzzle.
Okay, so Bingle's investigating this route a little bit closely, dagger in hand, and Mela goes to take a look around him, and no amount of rolling, save a crit fail, wouldn't tell you that you're in the same size room as you were before, just 10 feet lower. You do notice, however, actually go ahead and roll a investigation check for me. Investigation, that's fine. You're checking around this room for something.
17.
You
I'm smart.
notice that there are some open grates towards the front and back of the room. Front being the opposite end of where you entered in, and back being the end of the room that you came in. So it's this very
Okay,
long
are we
rectangle.
talking? What kind of grates? Are we talking like sewer grates?
It's
Are we talking?
a circular
something's
it's a
caged
circular
back
grate at the bottom of the wall. So the grates themselves are on the wall, and they are covered in like 3 metal bars going across.
there? Okay, so there's a high possibility we're in the middle of what would be the sewer.
There's
sewer in the
underground
forest?
sewage
Like,
in the
well,
forest.
that's like, this is the thing. I'm not understanding what the grate looks like. Is that what, like,
Picture. I think
looking at-
you're not far off with envisioning what a sewer grate would look like.
okay. That's,
I'm not.
How wide across is the sewer grate?
The sewer
This is
grate
great.
is about 2.
So it is a sewer grate.
Okay, the grate.
It's become a sewer
The
grate.
grate is about 1.5 feet wide, and it's spherical.
Spherical in nature.
Yeah, it's 1.5 feet in diameter.
I could
But there's no way any of us could fit down there.
Probably.
1.5 feet wide. I could defs fit in that grate. I'm a little baby little boy.
You could probably shimmy your way through.
I'm
And
gonna
you
go
can
over
see.
to that grate and I'm gonna pull it right
Give
out.
me a strength check.
This is what I was born for, guys.
Watch you.
That's a
there it
crit
is.
fail.
There it fucking is.
One more
All of
time.
your
Every time.
fingers break.
That's a fucking crit fail. I got a 4.
Okay, so you, Colgrim,
Any time I want to do anything fun.
you put
This is bullshit.
you kind of spit into your hands and you grab these grates. You grab these grates and you sort of
Fucking break my arm.
prop your feet up against the wall, the interior wall of this like cavern you're in, and so you've got both feet propped up against it. You've got your hands on the grate, and with all of your strength, you pull, and almost instantly the grate flies right off and skitters across the room. But you begin to hear a shifting through the walls, and a small amount of sand begins to pour through that hole.
Oh, fuck me.
Is that what something that you're doing in game?
It's not. The sand is not stopping.
So the sand is
It's-
sort of funneling
okay.
from the center of the room into the hole.
Nope. It's at the back end of the room, and it's funneling through. It's the
Where's the sand coming
volume,
from, though?
You would imagine further up this grate, like what's behind this grate. The pulling off the lid kind of like may have triggered something, and now sand is pouring through it. It's coming out at about a rate of like 1/3 of the volume of the hole, if you will. So
Like
it's
from the
not
from
pouring
the ceiling,
out fast,
from the wall.
but it's coming out. It's coming through the hole.
It's coming through, like
The
it's
hole in the
coming
wall.
from
The hole in the
from
wall.
the ground.
Okay.
The grate was against the wall.
Oh, I thought it was on the ground.
Nope.
I thought it was on the ground too.
What? You said it's in the wall.
Nope.
I did say it was in the wall.
Okay. Quick thinking. I'm grabbing Bingle and I'm throwing him up on the platform.
Okay.
Nice.
Give me
Tukers
first
two,
of all,
Tukers
Bingle, do you
I will throw both
do
of
you
them.
accept being thrown?
I don't really have a choice, do I?
You could try to get out
Well,
of it.
you, no,
yeah,
you
but
don't.
I'm taking the plant with me.
All right, so you give me a strength check.
Okay. Big money, no natural ones.
Not great. Not great.
10.
You go up about 6 feet, Bingle. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's an 18.
You grab hold loosely.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You grab hold to about halfway up this.
Shall I
You slide.
roll for Tukers
You
as
slide
well?
You slide another foot down. Tukers is on your back. You
Sweet.
slide another foot down, so you're halfway up this pole, holding on for dear life.
I mean, 10 feet's not really dear life, is it?
Well,
It's
And I'm right underneath him.
Okay, I'm gonna
could.
shimmy up that pole. Get to the
give me
platform.
an athletics check.
Okay. That's a 17.
You make it up to the top.
I'm so jealous of anybody rolling over 15 right now.
Yeah, you make it up to the top. How are you gonna get? What are you going to do? Are you gonna climb on top?
I'm gonna.
Or are you going
Are
to-
there any tie-off points?
No, you're in a small pedestal in the middle of a room with about 10 feet below you.
So I'm on the
Tukers is
the
back.
platform that the flower used to be on, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
But you're not on top of it. You're just at the top. I need to know what you're doing up there.
I want to cut into that plant.
You're gonna.
Wait. Put the
I'll
plant
put
back on the
plant back.
pedestal.
Well, I'm on the pedestal. Surely that would.
You don't want to just like cling to the side or something?
All right, I'll put the plant on the pedestal and I'll just cling to the side.
All right. Well, the sand stops,
Tight.
but the floor doesn't like fix itself.
Magically come
Right on.
back.
What about the door? Does the door open?
The door does open.
Cool. Okay.
Do we
Well
have
then-
a bag
okay, well
of
then
some
I'm
sort?
gonna shimmy down. I'm gonna say, Colgrim, can you catch me? I'm gonna jump down. You can throw me back up on the door, and I'll tie a rope off to the owl, and you guys can climb up. I got rope.
You guys, we have sand. Do we have any sort of bag we can now use the sand to create a counterweight with in order to get the flower?
Take your shirt off, buddy.
Oh, you know it. Maylog's shirt's already off.
So you collect some of the sands. I mean, like,
You just
how
throw
much?
your arms back and
I'm
your
gonna make
shirt's off.
you. I'm gonna make you guess how much weight how much sand you put in.
Oh, Bingle's,
Like,
Well,
Bingle's
it's going to be Bingle.
very good.
So
To the grain
Bingle's
of
very
sand.
good at
Yeah,
weighing
well-
things in his hands.
I want like a. I
What
want
does
a
this mean?
general. I want a general LB guesstimate.
All right. Well, based on the size of that plant, Bingle's been
No,
handling.
Bingle, you're up there still.
Yeah, but I gotta tell him how much it weighs.
no, he came down. He came down.
No, I didn't come down yet.
Okay, how much sand?
What?
No,
Yeah, you
I was
did.
gonna come down, but then you said let's weigh the thing down. I should probably be up there to
Yeah,
place it, right?
You've placed
But
it.
we could just
You've
throw you back.
You've placed it, and that has made the sand stop. I need to know, like, Maylog, how much sand are you putting in your shirt?
God, I
I'd
don't
say
know.
this weighs about 6
Um,
pounds.
6 pounds? That's a fucking
Yeah,
heavy
it
ass
was a hefty
plant.
base.
Jesus. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Going off that guesstimate, I'm gonna put in 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably like 4 good double handfuls of sand.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tie it in my shirt, and I'm gonna tie it up, and then
Yes,
Bingle,
sir.
this is probably more than you need. So why don't you? I'm gonna throw this up to
Yes.
you, or I'm gonna have Colgrim
Oh, that's
throw
a
it up
great
to
idea.
you, and then
Don't
yeah.
have me throw
So
anything.
actually,
I'm
that's
useless.
a good idea because
Hey,
if I just
if
put
it
I'll just, like,
misses,
dump a little bit out. I could just open the bag.
Yeah,
I could
exactly.
Open the bag on the pedestal, so there's a pile of sand, and then I could just sort of shift some. I could just sort of brush it off until it stops the sand moving.
yeah,
Cool.
exactly.
All right, that's what I do.
So,
Okay.
well, let me give it to Colgrim. Colgrim's got to
Why
throw
don't
it
you
up.
just throw?
Have
Okay.
fun.
I'll throw it up.
So
Yeah, you know what? It's like light enough that I could throw this. It's like a monk weapon now.
I throw Maylog up.
I'm gonna say that, like, given enough time and effort, like, it's not impossible to think that you guys could do this. So, like, I'm not gonna make you sit here and roll like, oh, you missed this time, like, roll again, like, little
Just
sand
throw
came
me the
out, roll
bag,
again.
please.
He'll catch it. It's not a big
I've
deal.
got the bag. I've
Um,
got the bag. I've now put it.
So,
I
All
put
right.
it on
Bingle, you're gonna use. Yeah, you're gonna use your best wow.
my best
You're
finger.
gonna use
That
He's
is
gonna
my
finger
my
the bag.
left.
You're gonna use your best figuring and balance out. You want to balance out the weight of the flower.
I'm going to first off. I'm going to take the plant off and put the sandbag on and see if the sand starts.
Yeah, the sand starts a little bit.
Okay, now I'm going to sort of lift the bag, give it a little bit of help, and see at what point, what amount of lift I do stops the
Yeah,
sand.
yeah. So you got it so that it's equivalent weight.
Excellent. And
And
then I take that much sand
it's
out.
there. Okay. Yeah, you have the plant in your hand. You've stopped
Okay.
the trap, as you
So
can
now
see.
I want Colgrim to, now I want Colgrim to catch me and throw me up to the door side.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that, like, with reasonable time and effort, you do it.
And I have the plant with me. I'm going to take my hemp rope that I have.
Yep.
I'm going to
That's fine. So you
tie it
you
off,
tie off.
close to the edge because I only have 10 feet of it, and then
Yeah.
let it down.
Yeah.
Come on up, boyos.
Like, there's so in a I guess a more consequential world, like, maybe these are things, this is sort of a DM's note, these are things that all would require rolls, but, like, it's not like, oh my god, I didn't throw Bingle this time, I have to find another way around this puzzle. Like, you're gonna
Welcome
get it
to
eventually.
Darkspell. A rules
Yeah,
light
I'm just
D&D
a
podcast.
very rules light. So you guys are you all gonna get out of this thing together?
Fuck it.
What are
Sure,
you
why
talking
not?
about?
Alright.
Sure, why not?
I feel like that was more of a question that we should have for you. than
Yeah,
you
are we
should
all
have
getting out of
for-
this?
Yeah.
You
If
decide.
you want to, you can easily climb up the rope.
Okay, then
Okay,
yes.
great. So you guys are all up at the top.
I
You
feel like
have
that was a
white
clue.
Flower.
He said great. We didn't pull off the other great.
I mean, I think there were many different
such an
ways
ass.
to.
Okay, now I
you-
cut open that fucking flower.
You cut it open.
I want to cut it. Well, it's a hefty base. You said it was a heavy base.
Yeah.
So I assume there's going to be a little gem inside of there of either yellow, green, or
okay.
teal.
Can we? It's a flower, so right,
It's
like
a flower
it's a
with
flower.
a bunch of roots.
We're
It's a
together
flower
in
with
this,
some
right?
thick roots.
Are we not in a giant field of other flowers?
Upon the fields of barley. That's a Sting song.
Jesus.
That's beautiful.
I feel stung.
Yeah, are you with me so far, Colgrim?
Where? What? Okay, we have a
Does
white.
this
We have a
flower
white flower.
match any of the
No, it
other
does
flowers in the fields?
It's
it?
different in color and like genus in general, but it is a flower. Genus is the proper word for that.
I know, it was just unexpected. it's different in phylum, but you can tell it too has cell walls. I mean, I'm
God.
thinking there's a gem inside the roots, but that's I'm 1/3 of the party, I suppose. I put the flower on top of the owl's head.
There's a flower on top of
The
the owl's
floor disappears.
Okay.
Was that everything that was in that other room?
Yeah,
it
I
was just
mean,
the flower?
he seemed upset that you guys were all getting out. I'm assuming that there was something inside the grates, maybe behind the grates. That's probably what the gem was. Don't know what the point of the
I
flower.
can throw you back down there.
Well, I want to cut into.
He could
Why
probably
don't you
just
guys
jump
go do
on
that,
his
and I'm
own.
gonna cut into this thing? Why is everyone so opposed to me cutting into this thing?
Because I don't know if we need it as is, but if you want to cut it open and we haven't found any other reason to use it,
Okay,
go ahead
you
and
guys
cut
go
it
check
open.
the grates first, then. But if the sand starts a pouring, Bingle is a snore.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, go then. Or I guess you might need me to crawl through the
I'll
grate.
I'll cut to them first. So you guys, the rope is still attached. You guys shimmy your way down. You're at the base. You have probably about 2 to 3 inches of sand across the whole base, just in the amount of time it took you guys to figure what your plan was going to be to stop that problem. So you're at the sandy base of the pit.
Okay, I'm going to hold on. And so this is the back of the room. So it's going to be kind of directly underneath where the door is, correct?
Yeah.
Which is confusing
I'm
semantics
gonna hold on to
if
the
you think
rope.
about it, but we'll let that go.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to hold on to the rope in case Colgrim's yank happens to completely dislodge all
Smart.
sand possible, and he can just grab my arm and we can get out of there real fast.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Do it.
Yeah, I'm sorry for being, thinking about how to get out of a bad situation beforehand.
Colgrim, you're going to go pull that grate
And then
off?
stick
the other
your
grate
head
off?
in there and look around.
Colgrim.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Roll
Sound really
me
excited.
another strength check.
I'm so scared right now. You don't even fucking understand. Like, I'm pretty have you guys ever seen that Futurama episode where Leela's on that ship, or she's on that like thing that's flying and Fry reaches up and grabs her arm and it tears her arm right off? This is how I fucking
don't-
feel right now.
Okay.
God, you guys
No, I don't remember that at all. I'm going to
All
be
right,
honest.
fine. You know what? Fuck it. Forget anything ever happened. Forget whatever. I'm rolling a dice. Come on. Oh my god, I rolled a 14.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
14.
You pop the
Your shoulder right out of its socket.
You dislodge the grate, but nothing happens.
Stick your head in there, take a look.
I stick my head in and I take a look.
You look up,
E.
and there is darkness.
But there is a space
Bingle,
in there.
it's too dark. I think you need to
I'm
take
gonna
a look.
I'm gonna cut back to
You
Bingle.
turn
Bingle,
around. No, we're not gonna cut back to Bingle. We're just gonna slowly pan the camera around, and Bingle's already behind you.
Oh God.
So Bingle, you went down with them.
I went down. I just had a feeling that I was gonna be the one that
Okay.
had to crawl in there, so I'm already there, behind him.
All right. So you stick your head in now, and with your dark vision, you're able to look up a little bit further, and basically what you're seeing is like a long tube with a grate probably about 60 feet higher, made out of what you would think to be like wood or stone. You can't quite tell from the distance that you're at. It is very dark, but yeah, you see this tube leading to a grate.
There's nothing in here. Let's check the other one.
Same
Okay.
thing.
There's nothing in here. Can I cut open the plant now? I cut open the plant now.
How are you cutting open
I'm
the
cutting
plant?
it lengthwise down the roots.
So like it's a green. I'll describe like picture a single daisy, right? White
I really want this to have absolutely no impact on what he finds in the plant.
Okay.
too.
white flower at the top, green stem, long green stem, and then where you would kind of see it meet the earth, it's kind of got like a couple of leaves, but then this root system sort of like takes place, and the roots are kind of
Thick,
like
right?
thick.
Yeah, so I'm cutting down those.
So you just want to cut off the roots.
I don't want to cut them down. No. I want to cut down them lengthwise, almost as if I'm julienning them halfway.
They're very small and
You
very
just said they were
thin.
thick, so I need you
Ah,
to
okay.
pick. I need you to
They're
pick
like
what size
they're
these
like
roots are.
They're finger.
So
thickness.
they're finger thickness, so I julienne the fuck out of them, dude.
Their interior are roots, and you can see the flower wilt a little bit.
Sick. This flower is alive. Does anyone speak petal?
Maybe a rose.
That was a low hanging fruit. Okay, so then the flower does nothing. There's nothing. So should we go up and just sort of throw it at all the different beds of flowers and see how it reacts? Wait,
Well, I mean, we still haven't
wait,
tried
wait,
putting-
wait. It's got open roots. We should probably try planting it. We should probably try
Can
planting
we
it.
wait? Hold on. Can we take the owl and we've got the fucking things, right? It's got 2 eye sockets. We have 2 jewels. Put both of them in. It'll create purple and shine it on the fucking flower.
Okay, but I also kind of want to plant it in the earth. Now, I
Yeah,
don't
but
have
befo-
that green of a thumb, okay, Duffy? But I've seen my mom plant.
I lived in
I've
the
seen
city.
my mom plant many begonias and many rhododendrons. She's a fan. And those things typically like to be in the ground.
Are you talking about from Bingle's perspective?
No, I'm talking about from my
Or-
perspective, who, I mean,
Mhm.
ipso facto, yes, bingos.
Bingo.
Bingo!
It is
Hello, my old bingo.
Bango!
Oh,
Bango, bango,
oh,
brogo!
bingo. I got a
Bango.
speckleback diamond lizard there, mate. A dingo done stole more, baby.
Alright, that's the new voice for Bingle.
Bingo.
Next time I
goddamn.
get hit in the head, that's gonna be what happens. Okay, I think let's plant it. Let's plant it.
All right,
in
well,
front-
let's find a place to
let's
plant it
in front
then.
of the owl, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want to do with those gems.
Alright, is that look like a good spot?
it does,
to
right
plant
in front of
it?
the
In front
owl.
of the owl. There's nowhere else. Okay, so then we might want to shine a light back through it to the opening of the cave. Is that like the end game? Or are we just thinking one step at a time? We're not thinking through to the end.
Okay, that seemed a little backhanded, Duffy. What's your
What?
plan?
What? I said nothing? Try it. Is there like no other place we could plant it except right in front of the owl? Is that the best spot?
What you kind of see as you're looking around the room, that parts of the room are mostly dirt, but there's also like some stones in there. The roots of like this flower system that you see comes from the ground.
Interesting.
That would make sense, generally
roots of
speaking.
this
Well,
plant
I mean, you're in a
appear-
fucking world of fantasy and magic, so
We're in a world where the moss.
magic
Hey,
forest
hey.
temple.
We're in a world where the moss grows on the southern side of the tree. Okay, anything's possible.
That's true. That's fair.
Just put it in the ground and see what happens. Is what maybe it'll point us towards the right path. You ever think? I don't think we need to shine light on it whatsoever. I think it's going to point. The flower is going to turn towards one of the other things of flowers. Maybe
I don't fucking care.
it's in the
Do
ground
whatever.
now, Mott.
All right, so you plant this thing, and
Like, give it a little bit of water as an apology for cutting it.
Oh,
cutting
yeah.
it open.
So you water it a little bit,
Yeah.
and you see so the white petals of this flower. It was kind of wilted before a little bit because you sort of cut up its roots.
Yeah, I was
but
mutilating
it thrives under like the water and like getting its roots into the dirt, and you see its petals extend outwards, but then begin to slowly curl back inwards and then form in the center a bud that reveals itself to be a green gem.
Oh, cool!
Oh, beautiful.
Stick it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I hold it up above my head.
You solved your
I hold it
flower
up
puzzle.
above my head and it floats. Let's stick that fucker in the thing and point it at the green flowers on the north side of the room.
I'll assume you take out the blue gem.
No, Mod, I just fucking throw the plant at the thing. Yeah, so I take the gem out.
All right, so with the green gem in and facing north towards the green flowers, the doorway opens, and the room you see now is a lot shorter, but a lot more prominent. What you basically see is a very short hallway and a chest. The chest has on it a yellow key slot and a teal key slot. With
So pretty.
a yellow gem just resting on a pedestal just above the chest.
Okay, well, I'm no doctor or herbologist, but the last two remaining flower spots are those two colors. So, Maylog, why don't you go grab that gem there, buddy?
Oh my god. I think it's Colgrim's turn.
I've already failed at pulling
Everything.
things off enough today.
Okay. So wait, it's above a chest though.
Yeah. So like the room, it's kind of like this very abruptly ending cave. It's just sort of the small little room with rock walls all around it. The chest is at right on the floor, sort of prominently center in the room. But just up above it is this sort of natural ridge where the gem just sort of sits. It's a yellow gem.
Okay. Are
I'm
you
good now.
good now? Okay. I'm gonna get the gem. Does anyone say I shouldn't get the gem? Alright, I'm gonna go grab the gem.
It's in your hands.
I lick it.
It tastes neutral, actually. It's kind of got like a little bit of a moisture to it because of like just the overall dankness of this cave. But yeah, it's
What's the hoppiness of
there's
it? Though?
no hoppiness
That's what I need to know.
to it.
No hops.
There are
to
no
it.
hops
Alright,
in it.
fine.
That's curious. That's
Nice.
abnormal for a gem.
Oh, it was dank. All right, I'm taking it. Wait, wasn't there a chest?
Yeah. Chest is
All right, does anyone want to open the chest?
It had two colored keyholes, bro.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. Okay, so now we have the gem. Let's get out of here, and then let's put in the yellow in the owl, and let's shine it at the yellow, and let's go get whatever
Yes.
keys in there. Okay, let's do it. We do it.
We
All
did
right.
it.
So you do it. The hallway that's revealed to you now is a staircase downward into darkness. Even Bingle, your dark vision from the top of the staircase can't see what it reveals.
I'm gonna go down.
Do you want a torch?
wouldn't help him.
Please, I can see in the dark.
All right, I like this. Good little hubris. Do it.
So as you descend down the staircase, you're walking for quite some time. It's not. It's
This
not
whole
a
time, I'm like yelling. I'm
particularly-
carrying on a conversation with the two of them while descending the staircase.
Okay.
Just yelling.
About 5 minutes goes by. It's a huff of walking down these staircases, and you find yourselves within this large cavern. It is.
Oh, did they come with me?
In the center of this cavern is this. Oh yeah, they're there. I assume. Yeah. There is this lush. The whole interior of this cavern is very lush. There's green grass. There's these beautiful plants and flora all over the ground. There's a waterfall pouring into this natural pool, and the room is lit with this bioluminescent light. It's this like very pure blue-white light that kind of runs within the cracks of the rocky walls that surround this room. And as you both, as the three of you rather, walk into the splendor of this room, emerging from the pool is this figure, green in skin with roots and leaves and flowers and vines tangled all throughout her feminine face and her long hair. And she addresses you as you enter into this room and says, "Ah, some adventurers seek my wisdom. Tell me, what brings you here?"
I push Bingle forward.
A yellow key.
A yellow key. Of course, you seek the treasure within this temple.
Okay, well, now that I know that it's treasure, then yes.
Of course. And you should earn your treasure, don't you think?
Oh, we've already covered 2 rooms, so we're doing pretty good. I think we've been earning it.
Yes. Well, trials still lay ahead.
Okay.
I am the aspect of wisdom. My brother.
Wow,
and
that's
I
pretty
have-
lofty, isn't it, Yomi?
Yes.
I am the
yes, it is.
aspect of good lookingness.
Oh well, that's
It's good to meet you. What did you just say?
I stand watch over the wisdom of the forest, its natural intelligence and beauty seeming through every root and branch and leaf. I am here to test you, to challenge you, to ensure that you are worthy of the gifts of this forest. I wonder, do you find yourselves worthy of it? Do you think that you deserve what is kept deep within the walls of this temple?
I call Tukers over and let her see how much this small creature from a forest loves me.
Fucking dude, you were. Can I just say, totally out of context of this, you fucking nail every aspect of this, Bingle. You fucking get it. You get me as DM.
What?
Oh, this little creature of the forest has seemed to take a liking of you.
He's my best friend.
Perhaps you are worthy, but you'll have to humor me, my little friend.
Did you just call him? That's funny. Did you just call me little or what?
I've been in
You know, you were
this
joking,
temple.
right? No, seriously though. You were joking, right?
Well, how can you be little? How can anyone be taller than a tree or a mountain?
I really like that outlook. That's how go on.
Okay. I've been in this temple for a millennia, and I've seen many many adventurers over the years, and I've provided many riddles and tricks and all sorts of tests and challenges for people to complete. And quite frankly, I'm a bit bored. So let's try something different.
Do you want to play a game?
How about you give me a riddle and see if you can stump me?
What's in my pocket?
That's not a riddle. That's a guessing
No,
game.
go on. What's
I want
in...
something.
Oh.
I want something with a little more pizzazz. Take your time. Take your time.
Do either of you guys have any good riddles?
Well, you go through the ones that are like the classic ones, which is what crawls on four in
don't do it.
Yeah, well,
Don't even do it.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Isn't that what... Didn't Mon already do this once during the game?
We could
Mon,
do
didn't you already pull that riddle out?
Which riddle?
Okay.
Oh, you know the one.
Okay. I got it.
I've got one.
God
I've got
damn
one.
it.
No.
I got it. Trust me. Okay.
Okay. I've got at least one good
I got one first. I think she's gonna appreciate this one. What does someone of my... And then Bingle takes a second and he looks at his feet and he shudders a little bit. What does someone of my apparent race call his apartment?
What does a forest gnome call his
Alleged
apartment?
forest gnome. Yes.
Oh, confirmed. I see you.
That's who I'm gonna have to
Bingle.
tackle that later.
Bingle. Beastfoot is not your name, I don't think. What do you call your apartment? I don't know. What do you call it? A forest gnome's apartment?
I call it Gnome Sweet Gnome.
And you see her face just get super serious as she looks down. And she kind of picks her head back up and goes, "Okay, I appreciate the pun. I'll put that in my book of riddles. Maybe an easy entry one.
I'm sorry, an easy entry one that you didn't get. So,
well, yeah, I look for more, being the aspect of like wisdom and knowledge of the forest and everything. We don't go for like puns as much as we go for riddles that trick the brain.
Evidently speaking, it tricked your brain. You didn't get it.
I will give you some small points for that, but maybe something from some of your other adventuring party members.
Why do gnomes like baseball?
Baseball isn't a thing.
Gnome runs.
You made that one up. Oh, that's very good as well. Outside of the game.
All right. What happens once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years?
Out of game, it's very bad when the DM plans a puzzle where he has to be tricked by a riddle, and he's notoriously bad at riddles.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a bad move on your part.
Yeah, I think I could have gone with anything for this one.
I thought the Gnome Sweet Gnome one was going to kill it.
Please tell me what is the answer to that riddle.
What comes once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000
I'm
years
stumped. She looks at Bingle.
is the...
I mean,
Nice.
it's not. I mean, you should. Oh my God, you're just not. You called yourself the pure aspect of wisdom, and this is not. You're not selling me on it.
It's the letter M.
An
God
arbitrary,
damn!
Once in a minute,
twice
in a moment.
An arbitrary English language in a world of dragons. Very curious. No, she takes that one in, and she appreciates the wisdom, behind it, the trickery.
Does she actually appreciate it?
But she finally turns to you, Colgrim, and says, "What does one of the Bear Islands value in terms of wisdom? Let's hear a riddle from you, Colgrim. One who's solved a riddle in his time, I think."